10K to TSA workers who stayed at their job during the shutdown. And you got
I heard about how Trump gave the TSA workers $10,000 that stayed at their job during the shutdown without pay. And the ones that quit, they didn't get paid nothing. Now, honestly, a lot of people would look at this and think that it is a good thing. Like, look, they deserve that $10,000. It's a bonus because they went to work every day and they didn't get paid. So not only do they get their back pay, but they get a $10,000 bonus. I don't know if they're gonna get their back pay, but I know they got that $10,000 bonus. And I truly believe that it is programming. I believe that Trump only did this for programming. And what I mean by that is that if we was to have another shutdown, like if we was to have another mass shutdown, right? And you got all these workers that is going to work every single day without pay, without no benefits, without nothing. The fact that Trump actually did this to the TSA workers, if the government was to open up again, and let's just say in the future times we go through another government shutdown, it's going to encourage more people to want to go to work without pay because they're going to think that the current leader, the current president, or whoever is in charge is going to either give them back their pay or give them a bonus. You understand? So it's almost like it's programming. So he basically used the TSA workers as an example to get people in the program to want to work without pay or wanting to go to work and don't have to get paid because they're going to feel like that they are eventually going to get paid. So I don't feel like that he did this because they actually deserved it and they actually earned it. I think that this is basically programming people that when we go through something like this again, you go to work. It don't matter if you get paid or not, you go to work. And it's going to encourage them TSA workers to stay at work even though they're not getting paid. And it's going to encourage the other TSA workers that didn't stay the next time they're going to stay. Now, what if it's a 60-day work without pay? What if it's a 90-day work without pay? The fact that he did that, if you go a whole 3 or 4 or 5 months without pay, in your mind you're gonna think that Trump or whoever the president at the time is going to give you a bonus. You understand what I'm saying? So I believe that this is programming to get people to don't mind working without pay. Now, a lot of people that quit their job, that decided that they don't want to do it, they feel like that they are mad. But then it's almost like, well, you're going to learn next time. So I believe that he just used them as an example. And just like right now, a lot of people, they voted for Trump, not because he was a good president, because the last time when Trump was president, he was a president during the pandemic. And everybody got paid to stay in the house. Everybody got stimulus checks. Everybody was getting money, and all they had to do was just sit in the house. Everybody in America was getting free money just to sit in the house. So a lot of people voted for Trump. Why? Because they thought that if he be the president again, that he was going to give away free money. That he was just going to be writing his names on checks and people were going to get free money. So he basically bought the people vote. Because everybody that voted for Trump only voted for him because of what he did before. Not realizing or not thinking that the time that we was in back in 2020, we not in the same time frame that we were in now that he's the new president now. See, back when he became a president before, within months later, we had a pandemic. So he was paying us to stay in the house to so-called not spread the disease. So we were getting stimulus checks. We were getting checks. Now that he's our president again, we're not going through no pandemics. We not having an outbreak. So the people that voted him in felt like that he was going to be the same exact way that he was before. So what if now they open up the government and then eventually again the government shut down? A lot of people now is going to want to go to work. No matter how long it takes, they're going to want to go to work. Why? Because they're going to feel like, okay, if I don't work for 30 days, 60 days, I'm going to get a bonus. So I think that we need to start looking at life in a real programmable way. And the fact that a lot of us is not aware that we are in a system and that we are designed to be programmed. We never going to open up our eyes and see the raw truth of what's going on. Because I truly believe that he only uses these people as an example. $10,000 for staying on the job without being paid. And that's the case during the pandemic. And when they had the other shutdown, why didn't all of those people get a bonus check that didn't work? Because this is not our first shutdown. We had, within the last 6 years, we done had 3 shutdowns. This is the 3rd shutdown. How come the other 2 shutdowns we had, nobody got their back pay? Nobody. But now all of a sudden, he want to give the TSA workers a $10,000 bonus. That seems very suspicious to me. And people should actually think about that. Like, it's more people besides the TSA workers that still work without getting paid. So this is just my unpopular opinion. I just think that he basically used them as a way of telling people, just because we have a government shutdown, you still need to take your ass to work because you never know. And now people got that stuck in their head. If we ever have another government shutdown, they're going to go to work. Why? Because they don't know. So it's easy to program human beings. Very easy. And I've learned that within the last 6 years. It is very easy to mind control human beings. And it's a shame. Very easy.